That's a complete sell, about 4 seconds. This is LBA POS, this point of sale software for small shops. It runs on any Windows computer, it works completely offline, and there is no monthly fee. In this video, I'll take you from downloading it to running your first real day of trading. Everything you see is in the free version. Hi, my name is Irfan. This is the first video on this channel, so let me tell you what I'm doing here. I spent a long time building a piece of software for small shops. It's called LBA POS. It's a program that runs your till, keeps track of your stock, and tells you at the end of the month whether you actually made any money. And I'm giving it away free. I'll explain exactly what that means near the end of the video because I don't want anyone to feel misled. I should be clear about one thing. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm the person who wrote this software. So what I can offer you is that I know every part of it, including the parts that aren't perfect yet, and I'll show you those too. This video takes you all the way from downloading it to running your first real day of trading. It's long one, so there are timestamps in the description if you want to jump to a specific part. Let's get into it. Let me be clear about what this is for. This is built for a small shop, one computer, one till, a grocery, a hardware store, a pharmacy, a bakery. It does not need internet. Everything stays on your own computer. Nothing goes to a cloud, and nobody can switch it off from far away. It handles your product, your prices, your staff, your sales, and your reports. It prints receipts. It backs itself up every day, and it's in English and Spanish. You can switch it anytime, and that includes the receipt your customer takes home. So let me show you. Admin 123. And here you have option here, language, Spanish, and you save it here, and everything is in Spanish. Currently we have just two languages, Spanish and English, but if there are demands we can add other languages too. Let me go back and change the language back to English. So that's how easy it is to change language. Quick word for anyone curious about what's under the hood. If you don't care about the technical side, please skip this chapter. You won't miss anything. LBA POS is written in Python. The screens you're looking at are built with tkinter, and the database is SQLite. Now, why should you care? Three real reasons. First, SQLite means your entire shop is in one single file on your computer. Every product, every sale, every member of staff in one file. Copy the file and you've copied your whole business. That's what makes the backup feature so simple and reliable. So your file I'm talking about will be in your app data in roaming in LBA POS folder, and its name is pos.db. Second, there's no database server to install, nothing to configure, no username and password for a database, no service running in the background. You install the program and it works. Third, and this one matters, if your power goes out often or your computer shut down for some reason, I've set the database to a mode where a sale is fully written to a disk before the software sale is done. So if the power cuts in the middle of a transaction, you don't lose your data and you don't corrupt your database. That was a design priority from the beginning, not an afterthought. All of these tools are free and open source. That's part of why this software has no fee, monthly fee. There's nobody I have to pay for every copy that goes out. So now let's go and let's install it. Download the file from the link in the description. It's a single setup file. The link will take you to my GitHub page. Let me show you. This is the page. Click on this LBA POS setup.exe, and depending upon the browser, it may or may not ask you. Some browser just start downloading in your download folder. Uh, Click save if it's asked you, and it will start downloading in your download folder. Once it's saved, open the folder, and you have this LBA POS setup exe. Let me close this one. So I've closed the program that was running. So let me double click this exe file, and Windows will probably show a warning that says Windows protected your PC. Do not panic. That appears for any new programs that isn't signed with a paid certificate. Click more info, and then run anyway. Um, Maybe your computer may ask you user account control, and press yes. And here the installer will ask you to choose a language. You have two options, Spanish and English. In programming side, we can change it anyway, so choose whatever. I'll choose English here. And then it will prompt you for folder. You can change the folder. And here in bottom, you can see uh, at least 120 MB of free disk space is required, which is very, very small compared to other softwares we have. So make sure you have ample space in the disk and click next. It will ask you to create a desktop shortcut. If you may or may not want it, I'll just keep it like it. And then the installer will tell you what the changes are about to begin. The software will install in this folder, and you're creating a shortcut, and click install, and it'll take like 1 minute or maybe less. And just click on finish here, and it will ask you to launch LBA POS. If you don't want it, unclick it. Let's unclick it. Let me start from the start menu, so you'll know the software install. Finish here, and let's go inside. Here L, and this is, you can search here as well, but click. It will take just 1 or 2 minutes, and here it is. One thing worth knowing, as I mentioned earlier, your shop's data is not stored inside the program folder. It kept separately in your Windows user folder. That means when I release an update, you install it straight over the top, and your products, your sales, and your stuff are all still there. So you don't need to do anything. So if I update a software, if I release an update, uh, you don't have to worry about. First time you open it, you'll see this login screen. The default login is admin and the password is admin123. It says so right on the screen. Type these in, press enter, admin123. And now please actually do this. Change the password. Everybody watching this video knows your password right now. So how you change your password? There are two ways. Click on administrator that, and you have reset password. You can reset it or you can edit it. Sorry, my cell phone. You can edit it here. And while you're here, look at this field, password hint. This software doesn't use the internet at all, so there's no email me reset link. That's the trade-off for keeping everything on your own machine. The hint is what replaces it. So here I put hint my date of birth. I didn't put my date of birth, the password, but I'm showing you that you might keep your date of birth as password. So write something that reminds you and means nothing to anyone else or nobody knows. Read here, password cannot be recovered, so hint gives away. Anyone can see it from the login screen, so never put the password itself here. You can change the password here as well. Let me change the password 1234 and save it here. And let me log out. And it's admin username. And let's suppose if I forget my password, I can click on forgot my password. And here I get the hint for admin, my date of birth. So that is useful. And I can log in here. And if you've generally forgotten your password and the hint doesn't save you, and the administrator can reset your password from the employee tab. So as long as more than one person has an admin account, nobody gets permanently locked out. Before we sell anything, let's set the shop up. Let's go to settings tab. This section is going to be long because there are many things to explain. Not complicated, but they require explaining. So first, let's see company tab. This whole tab is one thing really. One gets price at the top of every receipt your customer takes home. Company details, your company name. This also appears at the top of the window here. Then two address lines, a city, state, or province, and postal code. Contact information, two telephone numbers, and an email address, two phones, because a lot of shops have a landline and a mobile. And so let's fill in. Here it says my store, and let's mix it some unique name, Maxi Kiosco. Address is Rivadavia 7000, and here maybe shop number 10, city here, I can say capital federal, state Buenos Aires, and postal code is 1406. So this is that, made it up. Phone number is 111 111, and here 111 000 222. Email address is whatever mexikiosco@gmail.com, and here it's tax setting. Many countries the tax is not included in the prices, so you can add it here and it will include in the last price or the cash out price. And here's a country tax. Here is, I have put several: Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Mexico, United States, UK. Just pick your country from the list and it automatically uses the right level. In Argentina, it says quit. In the United States, it says EIN. In UK, I suppose it's VAT. In Brazil, is CNPJ, and so on. Then type your number and it gets on your receipt correctly. Currently, we have these countries, but later we might add more. So let's add Argentina, and let's 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 3. There are 8. Let me do this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And here, when I save it, notice here my store name will be changed to Mexikiosco. And here's a Mexikiosco. So then when we'll check the checkout tab, I'll show you. These will appear on the receipt as well. Now let's go to point of sale options. Point of sale options, this is exists because of a genuine disagreement between shop owners. Some owners want the till to speak up, want the cashier ask before doing anything. Others want the till to stay completely silent because at 8 in the morning with 10 people in the queue, every pop-up is a delay. Rather than pick a side, I manage yours to choose. Tick means the cashier sees a prompt. Untick means the till says quiet. This will show stock alert. Sometimes your point of sale is not updated, means the stock is not updated, and when you try to sell it, system doesn't have the stock. But uh, this will show you alert that you are selling something which is not in the system. It's a good thing. Maybe you want it, maybe you not, because it gives you a pop-up while you're selling. So it's up to you. If you want to show the pop-up, just check it. If you don't want to show the pop-up, don't check it. And the second one is offer to add an item. Sometimes it's the same thing, that your point of sale is not updated. So there's a new item which is not in the system. So once you add that, try to sell it. It will open a window to add the item right there. So it's very useful, I think. But maybe many owners don't want it. They don't want cashier to add it. So it's up to you if you want to receive. But anyways, a cashier won't be able to sell it until it's in the system. So they have to go to inventory and add it. We will see inventory later. This is also another thing that many owners they want it. When you try to remove line item, it gives you warning that you are deleting line item, which you may or may not want it. But it's good we have this option here. And this is a footer message on your receipt. It can be any message you want. It's an optional line at the bottom of every receipt. Your return policy, your opening hours, or just thank you. Now let's go to price tiers. This is one of my favorite features, so let me explain it properly. Many shops charge different price at different times of day, a late night price, an early morning price. Instead of charging price by hand every day, you set the hours once. Here, early morning starts at midnight, day starts at 6, night starts at 6 in the evening. Change those whatever suits your shop. Then each product can have up to three prices, and the till the correct price is already selected. If a product only has day price, that price is always used. So if you don't need this, you can simply ignore it. Now let's go to display and sound. Display and sound, there are six color themes. Classic, blue ocean, my favorite. That's why it's default. Forest green, sunset orange, purple haze, dark mode, and we have language, English or Spanish. Here, if I change it to Spanish, save it. Everything is in Spanish, which very useful. Currently, we have just one language, but maybe we later added some other languages if we have demand. Let's change it back to English. Here's a line item, medium, small, large, extra large. It's very useful if your cashier is a little far away from the till. You can go here and you can make it extra large, and the line item is very big here, which you may want it. Here's a small one if you're very close. So small, or in a rush time when you have like so many items, you can put it here. Small text may be good, but medium. Let's change it back to medium. Here, lined up background image. You can put a faded image behind the till. Some shop use their country's flag or their own logo, or maybe photo of your kid. So let me show you here. And when you go to the, uh, let me save it. Let me save it first. So this is my photo. So currently it's in the setting. It's cover, fill. We can do the center and save it here. This is me when I was baby. And or you may want to stretch it. Looks awful, but maybe some images may look good, or you can put it in repeat in a tile, so you have this repeat, and you have option to clear image and save it. And then last, you have the sound. When you complete your transaction, it gives you a beep sound, which may be useful, so you're aware. Now let's go to inventory tab and put some stock in. Let's add a product. Here is your barcode. Currently I don't have barcode. That's 008, and the name of the test 2 cost price will be whatever 100. And here You have option to add three prices for night, for early morning, and for day. So let me show you one thing which is very useful. Let's add here in 50, and do not put, for now we don't put anything category. It's useful category because you know which category is doing well, and quantity on hand, how much you have. Let's put 10. And if I now try to save it here, it gives me an error. Why? Because one or more selling prices are lower than the cost price. So cost price is 100, but I'm selling it in 50. So profit report will always show you negative figures. So this is very useful because I've seen in many shops people input prices incorrectly here. So your profit summary will always show you that you are in loss. In certain cases, you may want to do it because let's suppose you want to sell something which is about to expire. So you may want to reduce prices. So at least sell it in a little bit of loss. If I save it right now, it will save here. You see, the day price is 50, the cost here, the day price is 50. But we have this check problems. So I have it here. So this one is a negative stock, and here is the prices. So if I suppose have 2000 items here, this check problems have very useful. So I know which is a problematic stock here, and I can just add it here, and I can just 200 and 300 and save it here. And when I close it and I open it again, and it's gone. Magic. And here as well, this is I added 007 stock. So I've been selling it without stock. So it shows negative. So later you wanted to correct it, you can just add it 10 and close it. And when you check again, you have nothing. So it's very useful. Nobody wants to type in 2000 products one at a time like we did in previously. We added one product manually. So you have a couple of options here. The option number one is download CSV template. This is a template. Once you click on it, it will download this CSV file. That gives you a spreadsheet with the right column already in it. Fill it in or copy and paste from a list you already have it. Then just simply import this file. Click on import and just click on inventory template. This is a mapping window because maybe you have a file. This file is already we download from here, so it's not a different file. So maybe if you download this file from a different system, they must have different columns, the names and everything. So you have this option here to just map those columns to columns of this system. So these, if you see asterisk, these are required columns that you need to have it. SKU, the barcode, name, and day price, and the cost price. This should be as well required, but here it's not showing, but it's required as well. So you just here SKU, name, cost, day price, and obviously in a different system you have different prices or different way of uh, different names of column. And here the quantity on hand is the quantity on hand. If you generate it, it says a new product created one, and the new product to create one, existing product override 0, and this is how we added this product. And just check your data. It's good to check it here. Let me add another file, the large one that I created with AI. So same here, everything SKU, name, cost price, day price, and night price, and early morning price category. And here is quantity on hand and generated. Yes. Okay. And here we have it. So this is how easy you can import stock from different source. Just very, very useful. So now take a look at deleting. There are 3 buttons here: delete selected, delete zero stock, and delete all. The last one is for when you imported a wrong file and want to start over. But deleting is not as simple as it sounds, and I want to explain what happens because you'll notice it. Let me just delete that we never sold it. So all this product. So if I select this and delete this, permanently remove selected, yes. But if a product has been sold, like we sold this 007, it can't be fully deleted. Your old sales point at it. If I threw the product away, last month's report would have a blank line in it where that item used to be. So those ones are hidden from your inventory instead. They disappear from this list. They can't be sold anymore, but your history still works. The software tells you when that's happened and why. And if you ever re-import that same product code or add it by hand again, it comes back with your new details. Nothing gets stuck. So let me delete this. Yes. So here it says 0 product were removed completely, and the SKU are free to use again. One product appeared in the past sale, so they were hidden from your inventory instead of deleted. Their sales history stays intact and their SKUs remain reserved. So even though we sold it, it's not here, but in database still there because we need it for our reports. So that's very useful, and I just wanted to clarify it because maybe you get this warning and you might get confused. But it's very useful. Now let's go to tab checkout here. This is the screen your cashier lives on. Scan a barcode and the item is added straight away. A barcode scanner just acts like very fast keyboard, so there's nothing to configure. Plug it in and it works. Um, if you don't know barcode, type name of the product in here and it'll automatically search. Let me check. If we add example item, if I write it here, just partially, and it will add this example item. Now, this is the one I promised you back in settings. A delivery arrives and there's a product in it that was never entered into the system. The customer wants to buy it. It's Saturday, your manager isn't in. Watch, I'll scan something that doesn't exist yet. Let me add. It offers to add it right here at the till. Would you like to add it now? And when I click yes, the code is already filled in because it's just read it from the scanner, name it, price it, save it, and it goes straight right into the cell. So name it, name, uh, test, new, price, let's 50, day price 100, and quantity 20, and save it here. Let's add just for demonstration purpose. And you just right here you added one item which will be available here as well. Where it is, let me, here, it's available here as well, and you add it here from the checkout screen. So in many softwares it's not allowed. You tell the customer to wait, you go to inventory and add it there. But here I try to make it as convenient as possible. Now with that you can, if you're selling two items, similar items, you can add it here, to enter, and you add it here. Unit price 39.99 and line item is 79.98. Let's edit this one and remove the stock. So if you wanted to sell something which does not have a stock, what's it? Test 2. So it does not stop you, but it shows you here in red. The whole line item is in red. That is for your knowledge that this does not have stock in the system. So it's very convenient to know that it does not have. You can add it here. And this is what I told you in settings, that here, stock alert, if you click here and save here and try to again, now it will tell you, it will ask you or warn you about test 2 has no stock available. But when you click OK, it will add anyways. It's just that you won't get a warning. So it's very convenient if you want to keep it or if you don't want to keep it. And here, my favorite option here is a price tier. If you want to sell night price, which are different here, but if you don't use it, uh, you don't need to worry about it. So if you just added a day price, so whatever you choose, it will show the same price because you never kept two prices or three prices. Once you have added all the products, you can click on complete cell here and then done, and it goes right through. But obviously when cashier working and there's a line, so normally they do not use mouse a lot. So for that, I have kept shortcut F9 and F10, and that's it. And if you wanted to print a receipt, F9 and F10, and it'll print a receipt. Oh, I think I 07 F9 and F9. Yeah, so it'll print a receipt. So let me open it. Because I saved it, and this is how you the receipt will it really, this is the name, this is the shop number, and so on, so on. So very convenient this is. Let's look at the receipt properly because there's something here I need to be straight with you about. At the top, your company name, your address, your phone numbers, your email, then your tax ID with the correct label for your country. Then every item, the tax, the total, and your footer message at the bottom. It prints to whatever printer window is already using, including a small thermal receipt printer, and a copy of every receipt is saved as a file on your computer, so you can always find an old one. Now, this is in English, but if I change the language to Spanish and then I print, let me save a receipt in Spanish. So let me do it side by side. So here you see on the right side in Spanish and left side is in English. So the receipt follows your language setting, English or Spanish. That one matters more than the rest of the app because the receipt is the only part your customer actually takes home with them. So now the honest part, look at the top of this receipt. It says ticket no fiscal or non-fiscal ticket. And in the bottom, you said the document is not valid as an invoice. Ese documento no es válido como factura. I put that there on purpose and I want to explain why. In Argentina and in Chile, Mexico, Peru, Colombia, Brazil, Uruguay, and a lot of other countries, a legal sales invoice has to be issued through the tax authority's own system or through certified fiscal hardware. It gets an authorization number, the tax office knows about it. LBA POS does not do that. It prints an accurate, clear receipt for your customer and for your own records. It is not a legal invoice, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise. So, what does that mean for you in practice? If you're registered for a tax and you're required to issue proper invoices, you still need to whatever system your country requires. This sits alongside it. It runs your till and your profit reports and it gives the customer receipt. So you maybe have a receipt in manually you can create, and then on side you have this software, so which is very useful. I'd rather tell you this in this time of the video than have you find out from an inspector. The country you choose in the settings has the wording, the text label, and that legal notice. It does not make the receipt fiscal. Nothing in this software does. So I hope I cleared myself. You can always email me if you have any questions regarding that. Mistakes happen. A cashier rings up the wrong thing or a customer returns something. Reverse transaction, find the sale, search by date or by amount. So let's go to see how you can reverse a transaction. Sorry. So in order to reverse a transaction, obviously customer can bring you back the receipt if you are giving them receipt, or you can search transaction. Here there are a few last transactions that you did. How many there are? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 transactions. Last 12 transactions are there. You can search by number or by item number. So here, let's suppose, obviously, if somebody try to return it, he won't be coming like after 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So most probably the transaction you're going to reverse is going to be here. Just click on that transaction and click on reverse this sale, and it will ask you optional reason. If you want to put a reason here, maybe it was your mistake and not the customer's mistake or something like that, and you can just simply write here whatever, due to my due to my or due to my mistake, and the sale has been reversed, the item returned to the stock. And perfect. So this is how you reverse transaction. Now this is important, and it's deliberate design decision. The original sale is never deleted. It's marked as reversed with the time, who did it, and why. It just stops counting in your reports. That's your audit trail. If a member of staff is reversing sales and pocketing the cash, this is how you find out. Software that lets you quietly delete a sale is software that lets someone steal from you. Now let's go to employee tab. Let's add a cashier here. Add username, EMP01, full name. Let's put um, Michael. Password is 1234, and here is a hint. Let's put it here. Let's I'll add 1982, and here we can add year of birth. Year of birth. And here, let's now allow this employee to reverse a transaction. Save it here. And let's log out. Zero one. Password is 1982. If you had something and you log in, incorrect password, you can click here and year of birth, and what? Okay, sorry, my butterfingers. So an employee can look at products, inventory here, and add a stock when a delivery arrives, add a product. But they cannot reduce a stock number, they cannot delete products, and they cannot see your profit. So what does it mean that they cannot reduce? Let's suppose stock arrives for this. It has 98. Let's edit it. And it has a 98 quantity on it. Obviously, when the stock arrives, the stock will be more than 98. So if he tries to cheat here and put 96 here, reducing 2 from here instead of checkout, and save it, the system will not let them allow that to reduce the stock. Only manager and admin can lower the stock. So this is very, very handy that cashier cannot do that. And they cannot see a profit My mean profit is when they see sales here, they will see a total sale. Let me change it to weekly. So they will see weekly here. Obviously, if I sell something, let me sell it. So it's a daily sale. And today was once we sold one item and it's appearing here. So they will not see profit summary here. Item wise, we sold this, sales by category, accessories, and employee report. Michael sold one item. So this is very useful. And about this reverse transaction, currently Michael can allow reverse a transaction. So this is Michael. He can reverse a transaction, reverse whatever transaction, an item reverse. But if I go back to manager or admin and I go to employee and I click on Michael, edit, and I untick this and save it and log out. And now if Michael sells something and if he tries to, let me, oh my God, my print. Okay, if he tries to reverse, he doesn't even have an option to reverse it. So this is maybe useful for you to give Michael access to reverse transaction or not. One more thing on staff, if a person leaves and they have never rung up a sale, deleting them removes them completely. But if they have made sales or even just reversed one, the account is kept and switched off instead. Same reason as a product. Your report have to keep working and an audit trail with a missing name isn't an audit trail. So if I log out here, go back to admin, and employee, if I try to remove him, this can't be undone. If I try to remove it, it will give you this employee has a sale history and can't be deleted. It would break past reports. Use toggle active to deactivate them. So we have option to active and deactivate it. So it's very useful. So if I uh, deactivate it, Michael is now active is no. So this is also useful. Now let's go to reports tab. This is where you find out how the shop is actually doing, daily, weekly, monthly, or pick any two dates on the calendar. Let, okay, let's do monthly and let's pick a date here. Let's do for whole month of August. And just sales summary. So this is where you find out that in a whole August, you have sold $1,273 and total cost was 802 and you saved $471 and 37% is your profit margin or net profit. This is a daily. Click on daily and you will see daily report here. So reports open in this viewer window. It's a normal window. Maximize it, maximize it, minimize it. Put it on your second monitor if you have one, and you can zoom out or zoom in with these buttons, or you can just press Control, and with mouse wheel you can reduce and enlarge the text, or you uh, Control plus and Control minus. You can Control plus and Control minus. You can do it. So this is useful if you don't want to use mouse. So here, daily item detail. Here, click on it and item detail, sales by category, employee report. Michael sold one item today, and profit breakdown today, this date. Uh, or alternatively, you have all these options here. So if you don't want to press it again and close it, just go here, profit breakdown, sales summary, daily item, sales by category. Let me maximize it, and so on. So I try to make it as minimum options as possible so you don't get very confused. Here we have export as CSV, so you can export it and send it to your accountant if you have one. You have print option, so, and you have save as PDF. So this will go to your print, and this will save this as PDF. So let me save this PDF, and this is how it, oh my God, okay. This is how it will show. And, profit breakdown, save it here. So profit breakdown is a little bit, here's your margin to taxable sale. So total cost, net profit, here's your margin, and so on. So very useful. Last feature, and honestly, this is the one I'd want you to pay attention to most. Your entire shop, every product, every sale, every price is in one file on this computer. If that computer dies and you have no backup, your business records are gone. So the software backs itself up automatically once a day and keeps the last 7 days. You can also take a backup yourself at any time from this tab. One click here, and you can save it here. And this is it. Backup saved successfully to so and so folder. And you can restore from a backup. It asks you to confirm twice because restoring replaces everything currently in the system. My advice, once a week, copy a backup folder onto a USB stick or an external device and keep it somewhere else. A backup that lives on the same computer doesn't help you if the computer is stolen or catches fire. One more thing, there's a file called app_errors.log kept next to your data. If anything ever goes wrong, send me the file and I can see exactly what happened. If it's empty, that means nothing has gone wrong, which is what you want. So the file will be in here. The file will be in your username, app data roaming, and your LBA POS folder. This is the file app_errors.log. And here's the database that system automatically saves, and it stays in this folder, pos.db. So let's talk about the free version because I want to be straight with you. The copy you download is free. and it is not a time trial. It doesn't expire, it doesn't stop working after 30 days. There is no limit on how many products or sales you can have. Two things are different: your company name, your address, and your tax ID stay locked at default, and you'll see a reminder asking you to register at startup and after a sale. That's it. Everything else in this video works in the free version. If you want your own shop name and your own details on your receipts, which most real shops will, get in touch and I'll send you a key. It's a one time thing, no subscription, and it still doesn't need internet. So, folks, that's LBA POS. The download link is in the description. If you get stuck or something doesn't work the way I showed, leave a comment or email me. I read all of them, and this software gets better because people tell me what's wrong with it. If this was useful, subscribe. This is a new channel and this is the first video on it, but the software is real and I'm still working on it. So I'll be showing each new features here as it lands. Thanks for watching. Spread the news and subscribe and like and share.